Nice. Hello. This is going to be fun. I didn't realize I was even going live, but hey, here we are. And I'm excited because I'm going to do a little breakfast, but I'm going to tell you about your zone of genius and why it is so important. Oh, that was so crazy. Sorry, I have noise cancellation AirPods on. It feels really weird because I didn't hear anything, but it says we're still live, so I'm going to keep going. I think it's important. 3 points. Why do you have to have 3 points for your zone of genius? Number one is when you are creating any sort of content, you have to connect with your audience. Like, who is your audience, right? Sorry, guys. I thought this would be more fun to do breakfast instead of just talking. I like this whole like ASMR thing. Why is it important to do videos that you connect with your audience for? Because when you connect with people, connection is currency. And there's a reason for that. What is that? It is the fact that when you are connecting with someone, they trust you. And people always buy from who they like, know, and trust. So if you're creating something on social media and you want your views to go up, or you want people to understand what you're trying to create, and maybe you're getting great reviews or great views, but nobody's converting, that's just a small shift in messaging. And another thing is if you feel like you're putting out videos and nobody's watching them, a lot of times what I'll do, I actually do this for a living, right? And I actually look at people's videos and look at people's Instagram pages or whatever, and I critique it and I look at it and I say, well, number one, you don't have anything in your bio, you don't use any hashtags, and there's no understanding of what you're actually doing. And when it's confused, when there's a message that's confusing, if you have a conflicting message, people are not going to want to purchase or buy from you or even come back to your page, because confusion distracts people and it also makes them feel uncomfortable and not like they can't trust you. So I think that's really important to remember. A lot of times we get in our heads and we think, oh, it must be this one little thing. And it's like, no, it's actually the opposite. It's the fact that you're not connecting with your audience and you're giving a confusing message. So that's number one, is make sure you're clear on your messaging. And remember too, it's really simple. Like, keep it simple. Don't complicate it by like telling people these like crazy, like if you're like, it's like you wouldn't tell someone who's just learning science about chemistry because they're not there yet, right? So you don't want to tell somebody something that they can't understand. Make it simple. When you simplify it, especially, like, this is something I had to learn in my industry. I get it, right? It's easy for me now. But for people who are not in my industry, or people who don't understand it or just starting, it's confusing. So if I talk about it like I'm, at a way advanced level, they're not going to connect. You have to talk to the basic understanding. And that's really something we have to remember. Number two is, do not be afraid to rinse and repeat. If you have something working, continue in that same thing. A lot of times on social media here, especially here on YouTube, is we we focus a lot on just watching videos, and then like we get distracted and then we don't do anything about it. Why not create similar videos that you're actually enjoying? Because when you do that and you're creating something really amazing, people are going to want to keep coming back. Someone just said, sunny side up, please. I am making eggs and some turkey bacon, and I'm drinking my coffee. Sorry, I totally lost my train of thought. Let me go back because I think this is important. Um, when you're coming up with content, again, like, make sure it's content that you want to watch too. Like, what's content that you enjoy watching that somebody could watch? And also, it's not that hard um, to sorry, okay, let me start over again. Every video stands alone. What does that mean? Every video stands alone in the sense of, if you put a video up on here, you can put it up on another platform. Just because someone watches you here doesn't mean they watch you there. And even if they do, it doesn't matter. They might not see your video somewhere else. Also, to remember, on that same type of thinking, when you're creating something, if you have a video that does really well and you've gone viral, and maybe you've only gone viral like once or twice, and you're like, oh man, it was like this one hit wonder, I only did it one time. Guess what? Go put that same video up again. People aren't going to remember that video from months ago, and if they do, they're already a fan. Put up the same video, repurpose it, use different hashtags, use relevant material, but put up the same video. And you know what? People are going to want to come back. Sorry, I'm left-handed. I'm going to do it. I'll try to do it with my right hand so I can see the camera. People are going to want to come back. They're going to want to come back, and they're going to want to see you, and they're going to want to know what you're up to. And it's okay to take a day off. I wouldn't take weeks and months off of social media, especially if it's a business, but take a day off. Make people miss you a little bit. It's like dating, you know? A piece of bacon. But that's my thoughts for today. I kind of got distracted with my food. I'm not a very good multitasker, as you can see, and you probably hear a lot of background noise. Maybe not. I don't know. Leave a comment if this was helpful. And then last point is, when you're creating your social media stuff, just remember to have fun and be yourself. I know that sounds generic and cheesy and everyone says it, but you really do have to be yourself, because if you're not yourself, it's not going to land. People are not going to want to come back to your page if you're not being you. I tried so hard to fit into that cookie cutter image and be somebody I wasn't for a long time, because I thought that's what I was supposed to do and that's how I would connect. And it was the exact opposite. People started seeing me as fake. They didn't trust me. They never bought from me. They didn't start trusting me until I started being more myself and going in my zone of genius, which has a lot to do with building reels and Instagram and social media, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. Um, and just last month alone, I got almost 30 million views. I think it was like 27 million across all my platforms. So if you had told me a year ago I would be doing this, I would have been like, I don't know. So don't doubt yourself. Be yourself. Have fun. Trust this process. I'm gonna go have some breakfast. Thanks for watching.